Today we will discuss about GCS to Snowflake data pipeline. Introduce the object of the workflow, automating the process of merging and auditing data using Airflow. Here, pipeline overview. The source of data is a GCS bucket containing CSV file. These files are processed and loaded into Snowflake, which hosts multiple tables, a stage table for raw data, a final table for combining records, and an audit table to track insert and updates. Finally, the processed files are archived in separated folder in GCS to prevent reprocessing. And next I am entering into the Google Cloud Storage in GCP. Here we created a bucket. The bucket name is demo bucket 12. Inside created a one folder CSV. Inside CSV folder uploaded a one employee file. Here fetch CSV file from a GCS bucket, load the data into the staging table in Snowflake and merge into the final table, and log changes into the audit table, and finally archive the processed file. And next move to the Snowflake setup. Here I am using database MyDB. Next we created a storage integration between Snowflake and GCS using this command. Next we created a file format and stage, external stage. The stage name is GCS stage. Here we created a raw table. The table name is EMP. Now we verifying the employee table. There is no data in the raw table. Next we created a final employee table. And let's check the data verified the final employee table. Here there is no data in the final table. And next we created audit log table using this command. And let's see the data in the audit log. There is no data in the audit log. And next I am creating a stream object using this command. The stream object tracks changes. Now we completed Snowflake setup. And next we move to Airflow DAG in VS Code. Here I am importing required operators. There are DAG, task, empty operator, trigger role, GCS to GCS operator, GCS list object operator, SQL execute operator, and the GCS stage constants. The constants is the buckets it has taken from GCS bucket. The bucket name is demo bucket 12. And GCS stage, the termed my GCS stage. Uploading file format is CSV/EMP and archive prefix equal to archive. And the next to the DAG ID name is GCS to Snowflake merge EMP. And next, creating a GCS list of files. And in this code, creating a GCS list of files in specified GCS bucket and prefix. There are files continue to truncate state table. If no files, go to no files to process. And next, I am creating truncate state table using this code. Due to before loading new data into the staging table, it's clean and doesn't contain leftover data from previous runs. Next, here we loading a data to the employee table using SQL execute query operator. And next, merge to final. Merge data from the staging table. The table name is employee into the final table. The final table is final EMP. Merge into MyDB public final EMP as target using mydb.public EMP as a source. And move merge data from the staging to final table using SQL execute query operator. And next, log audit data. Here using SQL execute operator. Here inserting audit log enters into audit log based on a final EMP stream. A Snowflake streaming object that tracks changes. And next, archive file. After successfully processing the GCS sources, moved from CSV folder to archive folder in the same bucket. And next, we move to the Airflow UI. Here, the DAG ID name is GCS to Snowflake merge EMP. Run a DAG. Here, the DAG is run successfully. Now we check data into the Snowflake tables. Here, first staging table. Here, the rows are inserted 5 records into the staging table and next to final table. Check the data into the final. Here, 5 rows are also inserted in the final table. And next to check audit log. Here, audit ID 201, file name, rows inserted 10, rows updated 0. Update time is 2025 6/23 date. And finally, I move to the GCS bucket. Here, finally, a file moved to the archive folder from CSV folder. Here, archive folder. Today date is 24. Here, move to the archive folder. Thank you.